evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. This side, Rahul is the Chief Executive Officer of Treasury Consulting LLP. And today we would be covering a video on a very special topic which is currently happening nowadays, which is merger and acquisitions, reverse merger. As you understand that our YouTube channel is trying and covering all the varied topics which are very much varied in nature, and our YouTube channel is currently acting like a conglomerate wherein we are covering almost every kind of topic. Right, in that regards, today we are planning to cover a topic which is known as reverse merger, and after this video you would get another video on reverse merger wherein we will treat one kind of reverse merger, which is reverse triangular merger, which is RTM. As you know that there are a lot of action which is happening in the telecom market, like after Jio, which is offering services almost free of cost. How legitimate it is, we are not sure about that, but they are offering free of cost. That is denting the profit of majority of the telecom company, includes Vodafone, Idea and others. So what did happen? That is sure that consolidation would surely happen, and this is what exactly it is happening also. So consolidation is happening. Now you understand that Airtel wanted to buy the operations of Telenor, and on the other hand Vodafone wanted to buy up the operation of Idea, which is a setup of Aditya Birla Group. Now in that regards, we hereby covering a topic of Vodafone and Idea. We all understand that Vodafone India is an unlisted Indian subsidiary of a listed entity which is in UK. And believe me that Vodafone is a very big entity. And Vodafone, before doing this reverse merger, is also known as reverse takeover and reverse IPO also sometimes. Before doing that, they were planning to put roughly $3 billion for an IPO in India. But this is what the benefit of a reverse merger is. So you have one side of Vodafone India, which is an unlisted entity in India but a listed entity in UK. On the other hand, you have a company called Idea Cellular, which is a part of Aditya Birla Group but which is an unlisted entity in India, having no global presence, right? So what exactly is a reverse merger? Like, what is a merger? When a big company take over a small company. Take an example. There are a lot of merger that has happened in the recent part, like Microsoft Skype, like Facebook WhatsApp. Like recently, although that has not done, Kraft Hindustan Lever Limited. So there are a lot of mergers that recently happened. The former two happened, Microsoft Skype and Facebook WhatsApp, but the later was stalled. Right now here, ideally speaking, Vodafone to take over all the, ideally speaking, if Vodafone, this is not a direct merger, this is a reverse merger. So in this, what would happen? Vodafone India will buy a stake of Idea Cellular because Vodafone wanted to be a listed entity. Now what is a reverse merger? You can understand that also. A reverse merger is a process by which a private company buys stake of a public company. This way they bypass the complicated route of IPO. Now this is a private company, Vodafone India. This is a public company, which is Idea Cellular. So they will buy the stake of the Idea Cellular. Now once they will buy the stake of the Idea Cellular, they ultimately turned out to be a listed company in India. Now what are the benefits? Benefits are very much. With this, they will bypass the route of IPO. It is still not easy to do IPO in India, and the flotation cost is very high. Flotation cost is that if you raise $100, at the end you end up $99. So $1 is a flotation cost, which covers the cost of the iBankers, merchant bankers, and so on and so forth. It is not much funding is required in case of reverse merger, but and third is the strike ratio is not very high in case of reverse merger. Fourth is that stock initiation is very fast. So these four are the advantages of reverse merger. But considering the scenario of Vodafone and Idea, this reverse merger might not hold very good for both Vodafone also. Let's look at the dark side of the game. Just before this merger, Vodafone wrote off $5 billion of the goodwill. Vodafone India wrote off €5 billion of the goodwill, which is roughly $5.6 billion of the goodwill they wrote off, which is a very big amount. 5 billion in the current scenario, if I take INR as at 70, which is roughly 42,000 crores. So it is roughly between 40 to 42,000 crores, which is not a small amount. You very well understand. A company who was planning to do an IPO of 3 billion wrote off $5.5 billion. So even the Vodafone India will buy Idea Cellular, they will get a benefit of that. It's going to be a reverse IPO. There is no need to raise an IPO, but the issue of the goodwill write-off is still there, and that continue to linger on, which is here. This problem will further aggregate if over the period of the time Vodafone India will lose the value of its intangibles, and that would surely happen because the war in telecommunication is going on now. Because of the war, everybody is offering unlimited plans. Like today I was reading an email in which said that all the four players, which is Vodafone, Idea, Bharti and Jio, they are offering unlimited plans. It means you talk as much as you can, and the price which you're getting is nothing. So of course intangibles would write off. Biggest problem which we have is the liability lawsuits. There must be a lot of liability we have in case of Idea Cellular, and we know that how efficient is the tax system of India. So a lot of tax lawsuits are there on Idea's head. There are two ways to counter it. One way to counter it, the price which Vodafone is offering, say assuming Vodafone is buying at $5 billion, assuming the price is which they are offering, this price is net off of all these liabilities. But that is not always possible. That is not always the case. There are times when you're not been able to net off these liabilities from the books, and here is the catch. And fourth, last but not the least, the issue of the reverse stock splits. Reverse stock splits is a denting in case of reverse takeovers, which are always taken at granted. Always taken at granted. So this is our video on reverse merger. Historically speaking, if you look at that, ICICI Bank merged with the, ICICI merged with the ICICI Bank during 2002. That is a classic case of reverse merger. If you go to the US and Europe, there are a lot of examples of the reverse merger which we have. But I think I have to appreciate that one beautiful benefit of the reverse merger is that you will bypass the process of IPO. That is a beautiful benefit, which is not the case with if you are going for a direct merger. That is a beautiful part, because here in that sense, lot of capitalization is required, lot of flotation cost is required, a time will get also wasted in terms of marketing, road shows and all. This you would be able to bypass. So this is our video on the reverse merger, in which we discuss the case of Vodafone and Idea, and these are the potential issues Vodafone need to take care, like reverse stock splits, the lawsuits, the goodwill write-off. In goodwill write-off, they need to take care of both Vodafone India write-off and Idea Cellular, and intangible write-off. It could be individual intangibles, it could be joint intangibles. Individual intangibles means intangibles of Vodafone and Cellular. Joint means it could be when the combined entity will take place. We thank you very much for your time, for listening to us. Connecting with us is always easy because we are always reachable. It is www.treasuryconsulting.in, and my mobile number is 9899242978, while my Skype ID is Rahul5327, and my email ID is rahul.magan@treasuryconsulting.in. We thank you very much and have a wonderful time ahead.